Hi Steve, talk us through the decision to miss the IPL and play for Sussex for the next 3 matches.
No, I'm excited by the next couple of weeks. I originally didn't put my name in the IPL auction, particularly coming off the Test series there. I've done it a couple of times and it's very long having the IPL on the back of it. So obviously got a lot of cricket coming up, and obviously a window opened up to come play some county cricket. It's something I've never done and something I've always wanted to do. So sort of the stars aligned in a way. We're obviously over here for the English summer, and good opportunity to come play some county cricket, which is something, like I said, I wanted to do for a long time, so I'm excited.
Do you see the coming months as potentially career defining for yourself with the World Test Championship final and of course the Ashes as well?
I don't know if it's career defining, I'm not sure about that, but it's certainly going to be a good couple of months. I'm excited by everything that's coming up. I'm just looking forward to getting a few games in here for Sussex, where hopefully I can have an impact on some of the younger players, and the team started really well this year, so hopefully can get some good results and help Sussex win a few games of cricket.
The England Test team very high on confidence. Your new Sussex teammate Oliver Robinson feels like they can give Australia a good hiding this summer. What have you made of England's bold approach, both on the pitch and also with some of their comments in the build-up this summer?
I think it's been exciting the way they've played the last 12 months. Obviously kept a pretty close eye on it. It's been really exciting to watch the brand that they've played. It's going to be great this summer. We've obviously been playing some good cricket, and England have been playing some great cricket, so makes for an interesting summer.
Paul, what are your hopes for Steve's time here at Sussex this month?
Well, the winning mentality that he brings to our group was the most important thing. And when we had the opportunity to bring someone of his skill and class, and as I say, winning mentality into our group, of a group that have won one game a year for the last 3 years in Championship cricket, it was really important. That was the first thing. The second, obviously, we wanted to score runs and win games for us while he's here, and knowing how competitive he is, we know that's going to happen. But the effect that he's already had on our young players. So yesterday afternoon, our second team practice, Steve joined the practice for 2-3 hours. The effect that has already had is fantastic. So this morning, our bowlers, all of our seamers are running in bowling at Pujara in one net and Steve in the other. That's a fantastic learning already. And then we've got players like Tom Haynes in our team who have desires to play for England, and I think has got the skill to play for England. He's still got a lot of work to do to get to that stage. So to be around world-class players, talking to them about the game, watching how they practice and how they prepare, and getting a really good understanding from two unbelievable players, can only be good for those players that have aspirations to play for England. So that's it's a small list that I have for Steve, and I'm sure he'll be able to tick every one of those off for us.
Finally from me, Paul, was it a difficult decision to bring Steve to Sussex when you consider the benefit it may give him ahead of this summer's Ashes?
Not at all. For me, it was a very easy conversation with Rob Andrew, the chief exec. We both realised, as I say, it's about trying to create this winning mentality and trying to create a culture within our setup that we expect to win. And when you coaches, we can talk about winning all day long, but when players actually live those behaviours and go out and play the game in the right way and play the game in a positive way, which is exactly what we want Steve and Pudge and every other overseas player to do for us, then players learn from that. And I'm a big believer, and I've said many times, players learn from players. Our job as coaches is to facilitate that, and players watch other players, they watch how they practice, they ask questions of them, and I hope that all of our young players are following these two around for the next 3 weeks, getting as much information out of them as they possibly can.
Steve, I'm sure you're aware that a lot of people think that it's the friendly ponds giving Australia's star batsmen some much-needed practice before the Ashes. Do you think the ponds are being too friendly?
I'm not sure. I'm just excited to play some cricket. Obviously wasn't doing much back home, so I've had a few weeks off, and now it's just about getting back into things. And I've seen a lot of talk about getting used to conditions and all those kind of things, but you've got to remember I've actually played a lot of cricket in England before, so the conditions aren't aren't really new to me, if that makes sense. So no, I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks. As I said, I'm looking forward to hanging out with some of the younger batters, and hopefully I can have some good conversations with them and help them along on their journey.
Do you think scoring runs for Sussex will help you in the World Test Championship final and then the Ashes that follows?
Not necessarily. I don't think that's the case at all. For me, I'm just keen to play some cricket, and hopefully I can have an impact for Sussex and score some runs and help the team win a few games of cricket.
You said that you scored lots of runs here beforehand, I think 16 tests in England and averaging about 60. So I guess the question is, are you a little concerned that your numbers might take a dip and that's why you're here?
Not really, no. Had some friendly banter with Broady, as we probably all saw the other day. So, I'm just excited by this whole summer. It's going to be great with, obviously a few games here for Sussex first, the World Test Championship and then the Ashes. It's going to be great fun and hopefully entertaining for everyone that's watching.
All of you yourself have mentioned about what you might be able to offer some of the younger players and how your quality as a test operators can rub off on some of these other players. What do you think the best thing is that you can offer them, and what do you think the best thing is that you can get from this start?
I think, having watched a lot of people and playing with a lot of different people from different countries, you can learn how they prepare, how they think about the game, and then how they go about their business. And, hopefully I can, do some really good things the next few weeks, and people are just able to watch me and see how I go about it, and hopefully that's enough for them. But I'm also here to talk. If anyone wants to talk any cricket, I love the game, and if any of the batters want to talk any cricket with me, I'm all ears, and I'll help them in any way that I can.
And the best thing for you?
Excuse me?
The best thing, that's the other side of it. What do you think the best thing that you can get out of this time as well?
Just enjoying playing the game. As I said previously, I've always wanted to play county cricket. I've played the game now professionally for 13 or 14 years, and I've never really had the opportunity. So I'm excited to have a few games. As I said, it's something I've wanted to do, so I'm looking forward to it.
I see. It's been reported that you've modified your stance, your batting stance a bit. Are you happy with where it's at now, or is it still a work in progress?
No, it's still a work in progress. I'm always looking to get better. There's always areas of your game that you can improve on. So, I'll do a few different things probably throughout the summer to different bowlers, and that's all part of it. Learning on the go and being able to adapt to different conditions and different surfaces and play accordingly. So, I've got a couple of different ways I can go about it. It's about doing it at the right time to what the conditions and the bowlers coming at me entail.
Was it about trying to stay a bit stiller, or?
Not so much stiller, probably just a bit more side on more than anything. Felt like at stages I was probably getting a little bit too front on and was hindering me in a few different areas where I'd like to score, and just a few of the ways I was getting out I wasn't quite happy with. So a few minor adjustments, but I'll also play that way a bit more open at stages as well, just depending on how I want to go about it.
I see. You mentioned the banter with Stuart Broad. I wonder what you actually think of the comments you made last week about that last Ashes series down under the avoid series.
Yeah, it was a little odd. We were all there and we were playing, so it was a little bit odd, but he's a nice guy and loves throwing out some good banter, so I guess it's all just part of it.
Do you think you had a point though? It was a pretty tough series for both teams, but for England especially, with all those COVID restrictions, etc. It wasn't great, was it? I guess the great thing about this summer is it's pretty much back to normal, isn't it?
It certainly wasn't ideal scenarios, but the whole world was going through it. We were in the middle of a pandemic, so we couldn't really complain too much. We were actually out there being able to do what we love, so I don't really have much more to add to it.
Just on Jofra Archie, he's not played a test match for a couple of years, but I wondered, would you prefer to face an England team with him in it this summer or not?
He's a quality performer, isn't he? he's still obviously relatively young in his international career as well. He hasn't played a heap of cricket for England, so we know how good a bowler he is. But England also have a lot of quality bowlers at the moment, so whoever's out on the park, it's going to be a good challenge, and one that I and the rest of the team are looking forward to as well.
Steve, as we've said, it's not unusual at all for Australia to play county cricket, including international year, and there's a few over this summer. But it's very rare to see an English player playing state cricket in Australia. What would you say Joe would sign for New South Wales in the Ashes summer?
I think it'd be great. Obviously, he's a class performer, and I think some of the young batters in Australia would be able to learn a lot of things off him as well. So I got absolutely no dramas with it whatsoever.
You wouldn't have any restrictions if an English player playing in state cricket in Ashes summer?
Absolutely not.
Steve, you have actually played county cricket before for Worcester over in Notre Dame. What are your it's quite a long time ago, lots changed in your career and life since then. What are your memories of that stint kind of on and off the field?
But that was all T20s, wasn't it? So yeah, I've never played any county championship before, so yeah, that was a long time ago, 2010. But no, I really enjoyed my experience there as well for the couple of weeks I was there. But yeah, it's certainly a different beast when you're playing 4-day cricket. Yeah, like I said, looking forward to the next couple of weeks.
I think Pujara got on at number 4 last week. When you discussed who's going to bat in that position, obviously it's where you prefer to bat. You can bat number 4, 5?
No, I think I'm 5 from what Pudgy said, which is fine. I haven't been that low for a while, but hopefully the boys can pile them on and I'll come in off the back of them. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. I've obviously played a lot against Pujara, watched him churn out plenty of runs like he's been doing the last couple of weeks as well. So it'd be nice to spend a bit of time in the middle with him and put a few good partnerships together.
Steve, it's more than 20 years, I think, since Australia last won an Ashes series in England. Why do you think that gap has been so long, and what gives you confidence that you can end that run this summer?
Yeah, good question. England just play terrific cricket at home all the time. We generally play pretty well at home all the time as well. So I don't know. It's a difficult place to play at stages. Anyone that plays at home knows their conditions a lot better, I suppose. So it's going to be a terrific summer. Like we said before, both teams are playing good cricket. Different brands of cricket, I suppose. But it's going to be entertaining. No doubt.
What makes it particularly difficult over here, would you say, from your point of view?
I think just the conditions, sometimes the wickets, the Duke's ball obviously is different to the Kookaburra we use back home. When the sun's out or when the clouds are out, it changes, and you've got to be able to adapt, I suppose, on the go. And they're probably the major things. We probably haven't adapted well enough when we've come over here in the last, I suppose, 20 years.
Just a quick question for Paul. Were you disappointed by the reaction of some people within the English game said you were giving the Australians a leg up by this?
No, not at all. Not at all, because it's sport's about opinion, isn't it? That's what we love about the game. We all have views and opinions. I've got strong views on Chelsea at the moment. They're my team. I've got very strong views, but that's not what you're here for. But we all have strong views and opinions on sport. And the fact that people are talking about cricket, people are talking about Championship cricket, and you guys are all here today to talk about County Championship cricket is fantastic. So it's only good for the game. And more people have views on the game means that people care about the game. And I'm not surprised that people think that. I've got good friends who think that we're helping Steve and we're helping Australia to win the Ashes. We're not at all. And very selfishly, I think this is really good for English cricket. So no, not surprised at all. And I don't mind people having views and opinions. I think it's good.
Steve, you say that you've been watching the way England play under Stokes and McCullum, so-called Bazball. Do you think it's possible for England to score 5 over plus against Cummings, Stark, Hazelwood, Lyon, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a challenge, isn't it, for them? And I don't think they're going to change the way they've played. I think Stokes has already said that. So, I haven't actually sort of dug deep into plans and stuff and how we're going to go about it yet. But I'm sure we'll have different plans in place to come at England with. But I mean, it's going to be exciting, like I said before, the way they've come out and played, and the aggressive brand they've played in has been great to watch from afar as a cricket lover. But coming up against it, hopefully it doesn't come off, I suppose.
Steve Stokes has said that he would like to see flat hard pitches in the Test this summer. Presumably that's good for you as well. It's music to your ears.
Yeah, I mean, as a batter, you generally like playing on flatter wickets, don't you? So, as a batter, I wouldn't mind it. But I mean, I saw the comments, but we'll wait and see what each ground comes up with. That's the beauty of the game we play. That 22 yards is 22 yards. Is that a pitch? Yeah, 22 yards is different every time. So that's always the challenge of playing.
What would a Ashes series in England mean to you as someone who hasn't done it yet?
Oh, I think it'd be a huge one to tick off the bucket list, I suppose. We haven't been able to do it. We got close last time, I suppose, but we weren't able to get over the line. But it's certainly something that would be high up on my bucket list, and I suppose everyone else in the team as well.
Steve, can you personally produce a series as successfully or even better than you did here 4 years ago?
I hope so. I mean, that's the plan. I've got a lot of fond memories from 2019, the way I played, and I'd love to replicate that and do something similar.
Do you feel similarly motivated because there were special circumstances with you returning to the game 4 years ago? And I know you probably felt that was a big thing you wanted to prove. Your head must be in a different place now.
Yeah, maybe. I'm still pretty focused and love batting. So, hopefully I can spend a lot of time out in the middle this summer and, like I said, replicate something similar to what I did last time.
Can you say you feel is your batting in a better place now than it was 4 years ago?
I hope so. I'm always looking to improve and get better. So, I feel like I'm in a good place at the moment, and hopefully I can have a good summer.
Steve, Stuart Paul also said that he'd like nothing more than you to come bouncing down the wicket to Jack Leach and hit one straight up in the air, trying to take England on at their own game. Do you think you will try to play baseball as such, or will you stick to what you know best and play the game that suited Australia so well?
I'll probably play just my game, which is, I think, always been going up and down in the gears and putting pressure on the bowlers when I can, absorbing the pressure when I need to as well. So, I don't think I'll go into anything too rash, I suppose. I'll do probably what I've done throughout my career and probably not shy away from that too much.
I think collectively there might be a temptation for Australia to think, we originated positive cricket, we'll show them to play positive cricket.
Not to my knowledge. We haven't discussed it yet, but I'm not entirely sure of the game plan. But personally, I think for me, it's just about playing the game and playing what's in front of me.
Steve, it's tough. It appears it's going to be tough for a seam bowler like Pat Cummins to bowl, playing 5 tests over 6.5 weeks. Are you sort of mentally attuned to stepping in as captain if that's are you thinking along those lines at all? You might get a chance to captain one of the tests.
Hopefully Paddy's fine and he's able to get through, but I think we saw a few months ago now in India I took over when Paddy was unavailable in the circumstances that he was going through, so I sort of stepped in pretty seamlessly and there was no stress. So if that's the case and his body's not up to the 5, which hopefully it is, then I have no dramas.
Do you have any views about how they've truncated the series into such a short window?
The what, sorry?
Do you have any views about how they've truncated the series into such a short window?
No, not really. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. But I think everyone's used to playing a lot of back-to-back games these days. So we'll just get on with it and do the best we can.
Steve?
Yeah.
When you were last in the fans gave you quite an interesting reception on your return to the country. What sort of reaction are you expecting from fans in the county game and the Ashes this time?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't really faze me too much. I think once I get out in the middle, everything's sort of blocked out and I just go about my business. So, we'll wait and see.
How impressed have you been with Ollie Robinson since the last Ashes series, which perhaps wasn't his
Bowled to me yesterday, actually. I left one third ball and he knocked me over, so wasn't ideal. But no, look, I was impressed with him actually when he was out in Australia. I thought he had some really good skills. You know, he's quite tall, hits some good areas, and looks like he's got better since then. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with him this week, seeing how he goes, and yeah, look, he's obviously an exciting prospect for England, the skills he possesses.
Steve, there's maybe a week goes by without a new T20 league or a T10 league being announced. I wonder what your views are as to whether that's a threat to red ball cricket or whether it's something we need to embrace.
I mean, I hope it's not a threat. You know, my personal views of the game, I love the longest format. You know, it's the biggest test of character. That's why it's called Test cricket, I suppose. And yeah, it's the form that I love playing the most. So yeah, whilst there's loads of leagues popping up around the world, hopefully Test cricket still is the ultimate for everyone that they want to play it, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Just on that note, Steve, often when players get into their 30s, maybe they want more rest or they want to take the easier option, which would maybe play a shorter format cricket. But you've chosen to come and play 3-4 day games in 3 weeks just before you have to play 6 test matches in 7 or 8 weeks. What does that say about kind of A, your outlook on the game, but B, how much hunger you've still got and how important this summer is to you?
No, I've certainly still got plenty of hunger, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be playing any format, I suppose. I think when I lose that hunger, that's the time to hang them up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next couple of months. You know, I love playing in England. The cricket over here is outstanding, and yeah, I'm just keen to get into it.
Could this be your last Ashes tournament you do?
In England?
Yeah, you've had 4.
What am I?
4. 13, 15, 19.
This will be my 4th, yeah. Could this be my last? Potentially. I mean, I'm 34 in just under a month. Yeah, not sure I'll be back. We'll see.
So Steve, with the Sussex players, are you the sort of person who, if you saw something in the nets or in the middle, you would go over to a young pro and say, look, you might want to try and do it like this, or would you wait for them to come to you in terms of passing on your expertise?
I mean, it's hard to get a gauge. I haven't seen a lot of the players yet, and it's pretty difficult to get a gauge after, you know, seeing them for one day. But you know, if I suppose I was to see something that was, I don't know, completely left field and just looked a bit rare, then I'd probably encourage it. But no, we'll wait and see. You know, I'm all ears, and if anyone wants any advice, you know, I'm here to talk, and hopefully I can have some good conversations with a couple of young guys.